Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner, with another episode of VSW. Thank you, and hey, you. Thank you, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stoner. We're here with a very special episode of VSW. We're covering Black Label Pro's Ground Control to Filthy Tom. This was part of all the action that took place in Chicago over the weekend for All Out Weekend here, and this one was no different. This was Saturday, September 4th, at the Grand Sports Arena in Hoffman Estates, Illinois, and it was great. If you're a fan of Black Label Pro, you were gonna love this show. Let me tell you that. We had a great time at 3 Cups Stuffed. That was a great one as well. Our recap for that is up. But this one had me coming all the way from Massachusetts for some of the names and some of the matches. And that is what it's all about, folks, the draw. Let's start off. We started things off with a great women's matchup here with Jodie Threat and Billy Starks. Now, I've seen Jodie Threat back since she's come back from up north. And, she was quarantined up there, not from being sick, just we couldn't travel bans. She's come like a spitfire out of there, and really, she's lit it up. I've seen her in Maine, I've seen her in a few other promotions, and she is truly the wild child. I really am a fan of Jodie Threat. I believe, that she is the future of wrestling. She is really good. But so isn't Billy Starks, one of the best right now on the scene. And she proved it last night as she took the victory over Jodie Threat. I was kind of surprised. I thought maybe Jodie would have gotten it, but, Billy Starks was just a little bit better, a little bit more on it, and wanted a little bit more. And what a great way to open up the show. I really have to say, it was a great way to open up the show, actually. Then we had Starboy Charlie, Drago and Nick Wayne, and Jordan Oliver. These guys have been pretty stable over here. Again, really liking Starboy Charlie. There's so many opportunities that I'd like to see him in matches with people that are local to me that I think could give him a great fight. I would love to see him in Limitless, Maine. Even when they were doing the road, if he was on the road or anything like that, I would love to also see Starboy Charlie in uncharted territories by Beyond Wrestling. I think that'd be also a great place for him. Fighting people like Alec Price. I think it would be something special. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Every fan likes what they like. But yeah, Starboy Charlie is one of my favorite guys out of this. Nothing against Nick Wayne and Drago. But Jordan Oliver, once again, grabbing the victory, showing just how good he is, and taking it home. What another great matchup, really. I was going to say what a great, but it was another great. Because, like the first one with Billy Starks and Jodie Threat opening up. I felt like this show, I don't know, I just felt like every match was a banger, and it just went boom, 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 boom down the line. Like, they were all good. So, it was a really great pay-per-view. And Black Label Pro really puts on a show. If you've never been, you gotta go. If you're trying to go. I'm gonna try to go to as many as I can. I love it. Then you had the match that I wanted to see all the way from here, and that was Big Beef versus Anthony Green. Now, if you're not from around where I am, then maybe you don't know so much about these guys. Maybe you do. Anthony Green, very great local New England legend. He's been all over. He's won all sorts of accolades, titles. Limitless Maine, he's been up there, champion, beat MJF, all sorts of insanity that this guy has done and performed and accomplished in the independent scene of professional wrestling. And then he got the call. WWE picked him up, and he was going to Florida, and he went. He fought in 205 Live under August Gray, and he did a great job. But just like all the others in WWE, WWE makes price cuts. They make cut budgets. They cut people. And they let him go. Very unfortunate. I don't think he deserved to be let go. I think he's a rising star. I think he's one of the best. He's definitely on the next level. So, I don't know their reasoning. I never will know their reasoning. But we are happy to have AG back. And he's no longer retro. He is now the alternative Anthony Green. And he went up against a guy that I love from Maine that I've been seeing up there regularly. He had a great strap match with Rip Bison. He's just really proved himself. And that is Big Beef. This guy is very charismatic. I mean, anybody that talks about beef in an alley is. And this guy is it. They gave a great match, these two, okay? They really put on a show. This is one of my favorite matches of the evening. I maybe is biased because, I do see these guys in Maine and other places, but at the same point, I think they just put on a 5-star match. In the end, it was Big Beef that got the victory over Anthony Green. And, that's a great win for Big Beef. You can catch Anthony Green later this month now. He will be facing Daniel Garcia in Limitless Wrestling for the Limitless Wrestling World title, as he is the 2-time Vacation Land Cup winner. A lot of great stuff coming for AG, and, we are proud of you and everything that you do on the independent scene. But again, kudos to Big Beef, bringing it home. What a matchup. Keep your eyes on the beef. See, we then had Laredo Kid versus Lee Moriarty, the former IWTV champion, Tiger Style himself. What a show he puts on and always puts on. I mean, Lee's top-notch world talent. If you haven't witnessed him go, because he does do amazing wrestling. Yes, Willie Yuta might have beat him, but still, he's very dominant. And so wasn't Laredo Kid, but not dominant enough as Lee Moriarty took the win. I still think Moriarty has a lot to prove. Losing to Yuta was one thing, but he's still hovering in the, third or second spot. Garcia's up there. He didn't get the job done with the IWTV 100. So, people are just moving around a little bit. But definitely a top contender in the world of independent wrestling. Then we had Trevor Outlaw and Joshua Bishop going at each other, and it would be Joshua Bishop picking up the victory. I thought this was a great match myself, just because it was something new. It's not something that we've seen before, really. And it was just a fun little thing to watch. But yeah, and then we had one of my favorite independent pro wrestlers from Buffalo, New York, Kevin Blackwood. This guy is getting better and better. He really is a number 2 spot, probably in my book. If not just in Limitless, in the world of independent wrestling, he does go everywhere. I've seen him in Violence and Suffering. I've seen him over here. I've seen him over there. Kevin Blackwood is great. Really nice dude, too, if you talk to him. But he would go to pick up the win over Janai Kai and show more supremacy in the independent scene. Like I said, eventually he might have to clash down the line with his buddy Garcia to see who really is number 1 spot. But for now, he'll just kind of chill it out and, keep picking up the W's. And then you had Kylie Ray, and she beat Killer Kelly. Another great matchup to kind of just, go in between other matches. And like I said, this card is stacked to the max. But yeah, it was Kylie Ray getting the win over Killer Kelly, looking very impressive. We're here, fans of Kylie Ray here at VSW, and we wish you congratulations on that win. Then I saw one of the craziest matches. It reminded me of the Survivor Series 93 with the Doinks. Weird. We had Warhorse, Dan the Dad, Effie, and Danhausen against the Danhausens, which was Cabana Man Danhausen, Devon Monroe-Hausen, Megabyte Ron-Hausen, and Puff-Hausen. Fucking insane, all these Hausens dressed up. A lot of Danhausens, a lot of different Hausens. What a wild, fun matchup. Like I said, it did remind me when they had the 4 Doinks on a team with Mo and Mabel and Bushwhackers. But this was even better because these guys were even better. And I have to say this match was very entertaining, very fun. If you've never seen Warhorse or Dan wrestle, you probably should. I don't know what you're waiting for. They're awesome live. And, you had Puff and Megabyte and all these other great superstars. Very, very star-powered match, but it was a lot of fun. Like I said, it was a good change of pace, and it just was something fun. Again, it was the team of Warhorse, Dan, the Dad, Effie, and the real Danhausen getting the victory. Speaking of getting the victory, we also had a very impressive victory by Kevin Koo over Rohit Raju. Kevin Koo is, a great wrestler. I don't feel like he's gotten... I don't know. He hasn't really picked up a lot of W's lately. Something's missing. But tonight he had it. He brought it. He is one of the best. He really is. If you've watched his matches on Limitless or wherever else you've seen him wrestle. I keep going back to Limitless. That's where we've met a lot of these guys in the early on days and beginning. But yeah, Kevin Koo is a dominant force in indie scene, and he's only getting better and better, and I think this might be a turning point for him. Now I think the W's might stack up. Then we had the Black Label Pro Championship of the World. Stallion Rogers challenged Jake Something. And like I said in another podcast, Jake Something is everything that a big man wrestler should be in today's age, and the age that there isn't many big men. But, he's wicked dominant, and he's probably my favorite champion here. So, without further ado, it was Jake Something to retain that title. And then we had another matchup. Yeah, imagine that, another matchup. Red Death, Daniel Garcia, the Limitless World Champion, would go one-on-one with himself, Filthy Tom Lawler. And, yeah, Filthy is the name. I think Garcia got a little overwhelmed. Nothing against him. He is the best in the world, but he can get overwhelmed. If you can get under that skin, you can get him agitated and you can win. He'll make mistakes. And that's exactly what I think Tom Lawler did. Took advantage, and got in there and took the victory, which I was surprised about. I really thought Danny Garcia was going to win it. But, nope, it would be Tom Lawler, and that would conclude, ground control to Filthy Tom Lawler. And I think, like I said, this was such a great show, pay-per-view. You can order all these on Fight. I think they still having a bundle for everything. Definitely worth the watch if you haven't. It's great wrestling. It's great fun. And an overall good time. We also have a lot more things, coming. We'll be talking about, so check it all out. We have a GCW recap that's going to be some wild, and then the big one, all-out recap, all the secrets, everything out in the open. My God. It's going to be wild. Thank you, everybody, and have yourself a good night. Versace, Stoner out.